Hello and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel we discuss all aspects of the Ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. I thought I'd do a daily reading for you guys today because I haven't done one of those in a little while. So we're going to be doing the daily reading for Wednesday, September 29th, 2021. And before we get started here, I did want to let everyone know that I have started a Facebook group for those of you who want to connect a little bit more personally with one another. It's the best we can do right now. I'm looking to find different ways that we can connect more deeply as a tribe, because everybody that comes onto this channel, we're all very connected. And so the more we can foster those connections and that support system for one another, the better as we continue to move through these energies. So that is linked in the description box below. Please check that out. If you guys want to check out the astrology for today, that is going to be in the weekly astrological energies forecast. And I do have each day timestamped, so you can go right to the 29th of September and look up what the astrology is going to be today. It is a really great day to be initiating and starting projects. There's a lot of beautiful energies that we're experiencing today. So check that out if you guys would like. Today is a day that is ruled by the third eye and guided by space. And the galactic signature that we're working with today is the red electric moon energy. And I'm actually going to take a peek here while we're doing this, because it's been a little while since we've done this. We're going to talk about the electric tone, yes, which is tone number 3, which is all about activating, bonding, and service. So really our mission being activated, that sense of purpose and service within us being activated, and the ways that we can be of service to the world around us. So it's a beautiful energy when we're working with that tone number 3. And this red moon energy, which is all about purification, universal water, and flow. So today is a day, galactically speaking, where we can really work with that water energy, going out, being near water, taking salt baths, right? Hydrating incredibly well, which we want to be doing every day anyway. But any way that we can really connect with the element of water and facilitate the movement of that element within our bodies as well. So allowing our emotions to move through us, to cleanse us, to purify us, really purifying our lives, our physical vessels, anywhere where that purification feels necessary today. Today is also a day to really allow the flow of life to take us where it will, right? It's about surrendering. It's about not fighting against the current. If there's anywhere where we're trying to force an outcome in our lives, today's a great day to really practice that art of surrender. And this came up actually in the new moon video that just premiered yesterday, so that's available to watch now. At the very end, there was this beautiful message about the feminine art of manifestation and the ways that we can become a vibrational match to that which we desire, and to just open ourselves up to allow, create that space to allow what we desire to flow into our lives. So really working with the art of flow today, the art of adaptability and changeability. Today is a day where we want to be mutable, right? We want to allow to be adaptive to whatever comes our way today, and simply stay in that sense of flow, stay in that centered place as much as possible. Yeah, I think that's all that we need to say about that. Really working with our own cycles and rhythms, working with the cycles and rhythms of the planet, and really synchronizing with that energy. And what are we going to do for cards today? I'm going to start with some conscious spirit cards, I think. See if I can get these out here. Here we go. It's connecting with that beautiful divine feminine force and energy within us. Clear. How can we cultivate and honor our divine feminine essence and energy today? How can we celebrate and honor the phases and cycles in our lives? Understanding that we're always shifting and changing, just like the moon. All right, first card out is Flames of Wisdom, the Crone. I am open to all life's wisdom and share it with gratitude. So perhaps that's part of our service today, is sharing our wisdom with gratitude, practicing that art of gratitude, living gratitude, right? Because gratitude is an action word. So what actions are you taking in your life today that show and reflect this gratitude? right? What wisdom can you share today? What wisdom can you be open to receiving today, right? That feminine energy is all about receiving. I had a beautiful meditation last night, and during that meditation, I really got a chance to feel what it's like to be fully open and receptive, and to stop that energy of fighting, right? This energy of like, I have to do everything. I have to be like that really amped up masculine energy that I can fall into a lot of the time. And I know probably a lot of other people can too. And just like dropping all of that, dropping all of the stress, dropping all of the worry, dropping all of the pressure, and just opening to being. It was really, really beautiful. And just realizing it's like sometimes we try so hard, and it's the act of not trying anymore and simply allowing that really opens the floodgates for us. And so that's what I learned in my meditation last night. And then we have Spirit Awakens. Ooh, I embrace my soul purpose and align all aspects of my life to live it fully. And this is really powerful as we're coming into that new moon in Libra, which is very much about making those conscious and conscientious choices that align us more powerfully with our soul purpose, with our own souls, with where it is that we are going, what it is that we are desiring. Yeah, so really coming into alignment today, allowing the universe to move us into alignment where it might be wanting to move us into alignment. Right? Trusting that we may not understand the full plan, but that doesn't mean that there's not a plan unfolding. Don't worry, get out of the mind. Don't think about it, right? How does it feel? Yeah, I really love this card. And you can see she's receiving these downloads, and it's like the whole earth is benefiting from that. And she's holding that earth within her heart. And this reminds me of a channeling that I did for the 1010 portal. The video for that I did with Pete from the Chosen 144 is going to premiere tomorrow night. And I'll be doing one for this channel as well in the next few days. But it was all about the new earth and how we hold and we're creating and cultivating that energy within our hearts. So I really love that, and how we have the power to create this new earth. We are creating it. We get to decide what it's going to be, which is really beautiful. So how is the wisdom that we've been gaining contributing to our soul purpose? This wisdom there's wisdom coming through today for those who are open and listening, that's going to bring you closer to your soul's purpose. And that energy of gratitude is going to bring you closer too. That gratitude energy puts you in alignment with your soul. And then we have Reach for Your Dreams coming out. I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. What are you creating? What are you choosing? Yeah, so today is a day of surrendering to the flow. But that doesn't mean that we surrender our hopes and our dreams. Right? If we surrender into the flow, that is like a river that will carry us that much more swiftly to our dreams. We may not understand the route, but we just have to trust the river. Continue deciding what it is that you want. I had a really great conversation with my friend Tommy last night, and he was sharing with me something that he was remembering that a shaman shared with him about manifesting, about creating, and they said to him, don't worry about the how. Think about the what and the why. And that's really powerful, right? I used to follow this guy called Mark Dooley when I was younger. He's a manifestation coach, and he used to call them the cursed hows, right? We spend so much time because that's our human mind that wants to figure out the how to everything. Let the universe, let the river figure out the how. All we have to know is the what and the why. What do I want? Why do I want it? And really feel that within ourselves and become a vibrational match. And so that's what I'm going to be practicing on cultivating when it comes to abundance. That's what I'm really working on right now. Is really cultivating that energy of being receptive, of coming into alignment, of worrying only about the what and the why, and letting the universe figure out the how. Right? What do I want? Why do I want it? This is how you co-create your dreams with spirit, and then you take the steps that make sense, right? And by make sense, I mean the ones that are revealed. We take those constructive steps, but we don't have to understand, we don't have to know 10 steps ahead. And we have Crystal Ascension coming out. I am attuned to the universal wisdom and energy of the Crystal Kingdom. Yeah, I wanted to clarify that because sometimes the steps that we're guided to take don't make sense. But take the steps that you're guided to take. Take the steps that present themselves. Just keep focusing on your dreams. Keep focusing on your purpose. Keep focusing on your healing, right? If we don't know what else to do, focus on the healing and the rest will reveal itself, right? That's how we gain more of the wisdom. Or meditate, right? When in doubt, meditate. Working with the energy of crystals can be very powerful today as well. And since we have the crystal card coming out, we also have the earth elemental. I gratefully accept the abundance the earth bestows upon me. So working with the planet today, any way that we can, working with nature, right? Because nature is so incredibly abundant. Even in the winter time when it looks as though she is bare and there's new life growing underneath. Yeah, let's get a crystal card since the crystal energy came out. Clear. What guidance do we have from the liquid crystal deck for today? So really coming into alignment with our dreams. And we may not know, like we said, we may not know the how. We may not know exactly what is going to put us in alignment if we haven't received that yet, but we definitely know what's not, right? So at least avoid doing the things that you know are not. Go take a walk in nature. Go meditate. Allow yourself to feel, right, with that red moon energy. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to heal. Connect with Nurture the Planet, and she will nurture you back with the crystal card and the earth card there. And this card, right? There's so much. There's such a connection between, like, when we share our abundance with nature, she shares her abundance with us. And she is the physical manifest world that we exist in, right? We have Azurite coming out. Focus. Take in the light language on that card. Take in the activation of that. The activation of focus. And let me see if I can find this. I'll hold the card back up in a second. Right. So the message from the Master Crystal Deva, who is Azurael, says, "Open the eye of eternal light and take my hand upon the journey of you. Together within my indigo ray of wisdom, let us gently lift you through the levels of self to a new world. Ascend with me beyond the limitation of the 5 physical senses. By choice now, let my hidden fires light the pathways of higher evolution within you. I will prepare you as the pathway of light through matter, utilizing purification and the power of change. Embrace me and accept your birthright, the focus and attunement of the inner eye. Holding my fire in your sacral embrace, create your world, transforming fear into clear understanding. Let the light of Antares live in you, and as it does in the night skies, I am her messenger. I am with you." So once again, we have that energy of wisdom coming through, right? Energy of wisdom, energy of change, energy of purification, right? Let's see. The Master Diva of Azurite, Azurael, is the primary ray master of the indigo color ray, holding more of the indigo ray than any other mineral on Earth. This deep indigo blue mineral is one of the most vibrant substances to come out of the earth. Usually opaque and rarer in crystalline form, it holds all the healing characteristics of the indigo ray, facilitating wisdom, focus, mental ability, spiritual vision, psychic development, and the understanding of higher purpose. Azurite is the principal remedy of focus, a title that it holds via its ability to link the subconscious and conscious minds together in united action. Ooh. Its ability with the mental levels of self can transform hidden aspects such as fears and the real reasons for illness into clear understanding, readying them for its closest friend Malachite to clear permanently out of the bodies. Throughout all of Azurite's mental activities, the spiritual and intuitive touch of the higher self is added for guidance, which accelerates decision-making and removes limitations. So a really great crystal if you have decisions that you're trying to make right now as well. And pairing it with Malachite, it sounds like, could be very powerful. Let's see. Hidden deep within its stone is the orange ray, empowering all of its activities with creativity, warmth, and vitality. The orange is never seen with physical eyes, but it is easy to feel when azurite activates within the body, linking the lower sacral chakra area to the third eye. This energy is very oriental and is often referred to as the Tan Tian. It is birthed in the sacral area and takes a figure of 8 pattern, looping out the front and back of the body via the heart chakra and through the third eye, which is very similar to the Ankh pattern of energy. This links the sacral and third eye areas of the body together, allowing accurate communication. Azurite is the keeper of this ancient wisdom, which is powerful in tantric practice and the activation of spiritual aspects of self, including the third eye. Its Egyptian correspondence would be the sacred Ankh, the Egyptian cross. This dynamic, warm energy hidden in azurite allows it most of its more physical healing abilities, where it will remove blockages, congestions, and growths from any area while simultaneously aligning the spine. Azurite can be useful for spasms and erratic nervous system movements such as restless leg syndrome. Azurite is a sacred stone of the Egyptian god Khepera, whose symbol is the scarab. It is also a contact stone for the Ashtar command and ascended master Kuthumi. Interesting. If azurite has come to you today, it usually means that something is trapped in the subconscious level of self that is being denied its path of realization and or healing. Azurite simply indicates the need to unite the mental self into action with focused purpose, something often easier said than done. The basis of this energy is truth with self, which will activate the wisdom, focus, self-love, and other pathways of action to get the job done. Scatter is about to be a thing of the past. Think before acting, or so we are taught, a wisdom that is great if we understood the meaning. If we understood to mean the whole mind and discovery of your united mental directive, but that is not what we generally do. Azurite has rushed to your side to open you mentally to your infinite possibilities. He knows if the spirit can be given a moment to breathe, it will deliver your sacred path into the world. Expect greatness from yourself, and so it will be, but focus on one thing physically. It opens infinite doors for the spirit to work its magic. No focus, no one gains. No focus and no one gains. Your choice. I choose truth and it never lets me down. Let it be your guide. With azurite as your guide, you are being offered the chance to do something very special when the inspiration comes. Take fearless action. And the affirmation is, I'm focused, my spirit has a voice of purpose. So this is for anyone who is really still struggling when we talked about the soul purpose. Azurite will help you by uncovering and healing what needs to be uncovered and healed. And then helping you unite your mind and your will to move forward in an empowered fashion. So that's really beautiful. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have fluorite, which is mental mastery. Let that sink in for a minute too. So really working with refining the mind today, which makes sense as we are in Mercury retrograde currently, right? Which is all about that rebalancing of the mind. So it feels to me as though azurite and fluorite will be very helpful for people. I'll hold these up again so you can take in these cards. Will be very helpful for people when it comes to just assisting Mercury retrograde in this balancing and harmonizing energy. And if you guys haven't checked out that Mercury retrograde video yet, please absolutely do. And what else? I think we're going to close. I was kind of feeling the Starseed Oracle, but I think I'm feeling the Keepers of the Light. We're going to close with a few of the Keepers of the Light. What messages? Clear. What closing messages do we have today from the Keepers of the Light? Wow, that azurite card is just really captivating. And then Black Onyx was under the fluorite, grounded self-awareness. So a lot of awareness, a lot of work on the mental body, like we said. Holy amethyst coming out. So more with the crystals here. Divine alchemy, move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. So really that focus energy, we have 2 cards that talk about focus. Where is your focus today? What are you choosing? What are you creating with your focus? Are you focused in gratitude and love? Or are you focused in fear and worry? Are you thinking about the what and the why, or are you thinking about the how? It's like also challenges and obstacles that we had perceived within our reality are really wanting to shift, but we have to let them go. We have to release our attachment to the challenges. That's what I'm getting from the move beyond current challenges. It's like some of us have become so used to the challenges that we almost don't even know who we are without them, or without this energy of overcoming. And Holy Amethyst is coming through saying you've overcome. You can leave this behind now. You don't have to carry this with you. That challenge is no longer a challenge. You've grown beyond that. Just let it go. Right? Your mind wants to convince you that that challenge is still necessary. This goes back to that feminine art of manifestation again too, right? Your mind wants to convince you that you need a challenge to overcome. It's almost like you need a challenge to overcome in order to feel worthy, or in order to feel important or empowered. But you can feel worthy, important, and empowered without having to continue to experience strife. And then we have Serapis Bay Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. So we love that. Serapis Bay, a great guide in the ascension process, as is Metatron. And so really moving into, this makes a lot of sense as we're moving toward that 1010 portal energy too, right? And that new moon in Libra, which we talked about, is all about aligning ourselves with our integrity, right? Aligning our actions and our choices with our integrity, with our truth. So move into your true self. Your true self is speaking to you. It is coming through. But really, it's like releasing that attachment again, like we said. The attachment to the challenges, the attachment to the old stories, the attachment to the old drama, the attachment to the darkness itself. Yeah, there is a more powerful manifestation of you emerging right now. So allow Serapis Bay to take your hand and to pull you through the doorway. And I actually want to read that card for you guys. Let's see. Serapis Bay is the light keeper in charge of Ascension. He once served as a priest in Luxor, Egypt, helping those passing on to cross over into the light. Now he is a presence we can call on in order to ascend. Ascension means rising up. It reminds us of the story of Christ being resurrected after death. This means that Serapis Bay can guide us from the lowest states of being back to the light. His energy is almost like that of a phoenix, giving us the support to move out of our own hell or darkness into a space that supports our growth. So this, for me, also, what I'm getting is, if there are people who've been falling into old habits and patterns, things that aren't necessarily good for you, call upon Serapis Bay. That was that energy of him pulling you that I was getting, that visual. Let him take your hand and pull you back out of that energy, pull you back into the light, right? We have to plunge into the darkness from time to time, but we have to have balance, right? And there are aspects of us that are wanting to be healed, but sometimes when we spend too much time playing around with them, they start to take on a life of their own again. And the extended message is that the stars cannot shine without darkness. You may have experienced a low state of being, trauma, or depression, but this is a new beginning. Become aware of growth. There is always room for improvement. There is also a sense of presentation now. You may be receiving documentation or certification to acknowledge your growth or experience. It's important to cherish this time and realize that without the challenges or obstacles you have faced, you wouldn't be as strong, powerful, or focused as you are today. You are ascending personally and spiritually at this time, and the universe is here to support it. So that's right. It's time to move back out of that darkness again, right? and to bring all of that beautiful wisdom that you've gained back with you into the light. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, whatever manifestation anyone may be struggling with, that they're having trouble releasing, whatever old habits or patterns, Serapis Bey is here to help guide you out of that. And then we have Saint Germain Karma, releasing, move beyond the drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. And we were absolutely talking about that too, right? Move beyond the challenges, move beyond the drama. They're not necessary anymore. You've learned what you needed to learn. Sometimes it becomes an addiction, right? So if that has become an addiction in your life, it's time to move beyond that. It's time to let that go. And that's the final step toward clearing and releasing this karma, is when we move on. Create your own path. So for some people, this is all about ancestral karma too, family karma. Anywhere where you've been called to make different choices than the choices that your family makes, the choices that your ancestors have made. Creating your own path, that's how you heal the karma for them. So if anyone has been in that process of needing to cut out family members, needing to change the way they relate to family, needing to, maybe you've made a choice or a decision that you've been hiding because you're afraid your family's going to judge you, or you're wanting to do something but you're holding yourself back because you know it's not accepted by your family, like, don't hold yourself back. Do that thing. Create your own path. That's what you came here to do. That's how you heal them. And they may not understand that in this lifetime, but they will eventually, right? We talk about this all the time. And that making the space for the good energy, right? That's part of that feminine energy of manifestation. Making space for that good energy, making space for those things to come in. That's an aspect of receptivity. And then we have Master Jesus coming out, forgiveness. You are on a path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. So for some people, where we're talking about this family energy, you may be afraid to say something or do something for being judged, but there's actually possibly a healing that can occur, especially if this has to do with a father figure in your life. Things may not go exactly the way you expect them to. They may go better. This is also where part of the karma clearing for some people is practicing this art of forgiveness. You can still, if you need to cut toxic family members out of your life, you can still do that, but you can forgive them. You can forgive them and still not allow them space in your life. Right? But it's like really understanding what is true forgiveness. Because I think a lot of us think that we've forgiven, but we haven't really. There's still a resentment underneath that. And so if you've been noticing that lately, that you thought that you had forgiven someone, but either they pop back up and all of a sudden you're angry all over again, or you still think and rehash the same events over and over again, that's another side that we haven't quite forgiven. We haven't released them. They're still renting space in our heads, our hearts, and our bodies, really, our cells. And so call on Master Jesus to help you with that energy of forgiveness. Also, I love how he came out with Serapis Bey, because he was mentioned in the Serapis Bey card too. Just the energy of Jesus, that energy of resurrection, right? Yeah, resurrection. So it feels like for some people there may be relationships being resurrected right now that are coming through, and this came out in the new moon video, that are there's a different energy to them now. Yeah. So that's beautiful energy too. There's a different energy because you've practiced, you've learned how to truly forgive. And remember, forgiving doesn't mean forgetting. We still want to be aware. We still want to retain that wisdom, and we don't want to ensure that we take into account the things that have happened, right? But we don't let that dictate our lives moving forward. We don't make the same mistakes all over again either. That's the wisdom, right? Wisdom is applied knowledge. And then we have Kuthumi, who I believe came out in one of these cards as well. I think it had to do, was it in the Azurite card? I'm not sure, but this is the Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So that's just a reminder for those of you who maybe we're watching this reading trying to get an answer for something. The answer is within you. Or somebody who was kind of second guessing and you're looking for a confirmation before making a decision, confirmation of something that you're thinking. This is your confirmation that your intuition is on point, so trust it. And then I love how we have Freya phases and cycles under that, because we were talking about that with that red moon energy today, right? And then Diana, focused intention. Focus, focus, focus. Focus on what you desire. What do you want more of? Focus on the highest possible outcome. Focus on what you want. Yeah. And so, yeah, those endings, beginnings, cycles, phases. Knowing that an ending is simply another beginning. There's a lot of this energy as we work on focusing the mental body and cleansing and clearing and allowing that process to occur, where we are experiencing and connecting to deeper levels of truth. Right? We're seeing through illusion. And that came out in the new moon video too. So I definitely recommend you guys check that out if you haven't checked it out yet. I love you. I appreciate you. You're so beautiful. I hope that you have an amazing day. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Drop a comment down below. Say hi. Let me know how you're doing. We are going to be doing a new moon manifesting ceremony on the 6th. And that one is going to be, I believe I set it for 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just to try to get some different times too, because I know there's people in different time zones. We usually do the full moon ceremony at 6:30. So we're going to try this one at 8. We're going to see what happens. We're going to be working with these energies of the Libra moon to manifest and create, do some downloads and some releases, a whole bunch of fun stuff. So if you guys want to join, the info for that is in the description box below. And yeah, like I said, check out that Facebook group if you guys want to get more connected. My information is down below as well. If you want to set up a personal reading or a private healing session, please reach out to me. It is my honor and my privilege to work with you guys one-on-one in that way. You are so beautiful. You are so incredibly loved. If nobody else told you today, I love you so much. I see you and I honor you. I'll talk to you soon.